bitch, you have to get out. You got to get out this game.
Yeah.
You can't be in a club competing with a goddamn 23-year-old at 38.
Listen, there's a lot of women out here that are in their 40s that are still, you know,
Still what?
like they're still youthful looking.
Even salt looks like sugar from a distance, baby.
Damn.
Nothing sadder than an ex-bad bitch that don't know she ain't bad no more.
Exactly. And I think a lot of people just don't know their time is up. That's so hard to determine. Like, my time, like, how do you hang your own jersey up?
I'm TJ, and this is Life Lessons. Listen, okay, this is for whosoever will, and I know that is a very difficult conversation for us to have, and only you can. You have to be honest with yourself. He's not lying, and I will say, as someone, I always say, and as a matter of fact, my father said it, and I adopted it. I'm cute now, but I was fine once. I used to be fine, and for someone, and I would never say, well, maybe I did because they bad B, but anyway. But even if I never said it, I knew it. In my 20s, 30s, even early 40s. You know, largely because of, you know, the lifestyle in the military, got to keep it tight and right, got to, you know, but also genetically. But to that end, genetically, after 40, things start changing. Things start changing. The weight wasn't coming off as fast. My skin wasn't as taut. I started to get these bags under my eyes that my dad has. So, and my hair started thinning, and I started to notice that I wasn't being as noticed. And it happens, you know, without even realizing it. And I've never been one to go out to a club a lot. You know, I did when I was in my 20s and 30s, but definitely not in my 40s. But I just noticed that I wasn't getting noticed. And for those of you who want to say male center, whatever, I want to be thought of as attractive by men. Now, only man I have to be concerned about being attracted for is my husband, but I still want to look good for him. I want to look good for me too, but I want to look good for him. And I think it's an honest conversation to have. And yes, like he said, you know, from a distance, salt looks like sugar. That one got me. That one got me. And it's so funny because my husband and I were talking about it. And, you know, as men get older, they're looked to be distinguished and debonair and wise. Whereas that we as women, it's not the same, and it's never been the same. And for us to think that it's going to be, that is what you call delusional. And we can have the rejuvenations, if you know what I mean. We can have the lifts, and there's nothing wrong with that. Do what you need to do, but I think it's only fair to be honest with ourselves. What kind of a disservice are we doing if we really think we're going to go to a club and compare 20-something to our 38, 48-year-old selves? And I'm gonna tell you something, I'm just gonna be honest. It was a tough pill to swallow for me. And maybe because it was a tough pill to swallow, I allowed certain things that I probably wouldn't have allowed otherwise. Because as I got older, I started, and with the weight and the other things, I felt as though I would not have as many options as I once had. And it's true. But what I also learned, it's not as important to have as many options as you have quality options. And when you're young and vibrant, you know, quantity, a lot of times you look more quantity versus quality. But as you get older and start to think about what really should be important, you realize you want quality connections, and you realize they are few and far between. So don't get mad at me. I really don't care if you do or not. But what I really want you to think about is, again, only you can really look inside, because yeah, there are a lot of women who look good. Good. Bodies on point. True. But again, from a distance, salt looks like sugar, but they taste completely different. Those are my thoughts. What are yours? Take that with you.